Okay, folks, Week 17 is in the books, and we're getting that much closer to the playoffs. Here's what happened last week. I rebounded Sunday from being down 3-4-1 to start the morning to come back and win 6-2. Yeah, I should never have been down in the first place, but I'll take the win. Serenity held on to win 7-1 over Chronic, who's now lost 1-7 2 weeks in a row to two different Pomericos. A Story of Poverty pulled out the 5-2-1 win over Wolf, who's doing his best to play spoiler, it seems, but at least he's playing. Pakistan Knights somehow pulled out a 4-3-1 win after being down on Sunday morning 3-4-1 to Headbuses. Not good when you can't beat someone that hasn't played all season. Big props to Ballaholics, who's not playing, for coming back on Sunday to tie it with Sir Speedy 4-4-0 after being down 2-6 at the start of the day. Maybe Speedy does have some weaknesses, especially since he lost the ball 98 times to reclaim the most turnovers trophy. Lastly, Sam Skills held on to win 6-2-0 over Coe. No other trophies being handed out for Week 17, so on to the power rankings. Sam Skills bounced back to first this week after falling to second last week. This time around, Poverty didn't fall far, only to second, where he's in a tie with me. At fourth, we have Sir Speedy, who has continued to dropping. Serenity moved up to fifth after rebounding against crossovers. Chronic stayed at sixth. Wolf drops to seventh. Headbuses stays at eighth. Coe stays at ninth. Ballaholic moves up to 10th. Wolfpack drops to 11th. And of course, Knights stays in 12th. So in the standings now, we've watched Chronic Crossovers drop all the way to 4th in his division, and Serenity has dropped up to 2nd. Poverty has had 12.5 game lead right now with 2 weeks to play. It's unlikely he'll drop, but with this week against Sir Speedy and next week against Sam Skills, anything is possible. Rough road ahead for him, and Serenity gets Wolfpack this week, though he does have a possible tough one against Wolf the week after. Even Chronic runs the risk of falling out of the playoffs completely, being only 7 games ahead of Headbuses, and having to battle Wolf this week and Sir Speedy the next, whereas Headbuses goes against myself, but then only Wolfpack in Week 19. Division 1 is clearly still up for grabs for a lot of players. Division 2 is much more definitive, at least as far as 1 and 2 go. Sir Speedy is ahead by 5 over Sam Skills, but neither is in any position of falling farther than second. The question is who will come out on top, with Sam Skills having the easier next 2 weeks, Ballaholics this week before Poverty in Week 19. I'm in no risk of losing third or gaining second, being 30 games ahead of fourth, but also 12.5 away from second. Fourth will be decided between Coe and Ballaholics, with Coe only holding a 2.5 game lead. So what's going to happen? Injuries are starting to mount for everyone. Poverty lost Tony Parker for 2 to 3 weeks, only to see him come back after only about 3 to 4 days. Sam Skills lost Bogut and Tyreek Evans, and then saw Eric Gordon come back for a game and a half, only to re-injure his wrist, giving Sam 3 people that are now IR eligible. Can Sam survive the injuries and limp into the playoffs, where he'll hope to get everyone back to full strength? Alright, these updates are getting longer and longer as I have more and more to talk about with the playoffs getting closer. Power rankings will stop with the start of the playoffs, but I may keep the trophies going. I also liked adding the recap of the week, since I know a lot of the times I never really paid attention to what other people are doing in the other matchups. But that's what I've got going on right now. It's Tuesday morning. All the stuff is from Sunday night, of course. So I will see you guys sometime next week. Alright, take care.